Okay, well, very comfortable railing, top and bottom log rail with metal spindles. The funny thing is, the spindles are square, so there's an extra tricky element on how to get the spindles. Pretty much have to veer off around hole and hammer the square into the round hole. I use specialized King Arthur carving bits for various reasons. If I need to take out a lot of meat without using a chainsaw, then these grinding fittings, or these grinding tips, they really allow you to take out a lot of meat quickly without having to use a grinding pad or sanding discs that take a long time. I've learned that over the years, so you'll see me use a couple different tools here. Instead of having to switch out heads, I just have multiple grinders with different heads on the grinder, so all I gotta do is plug and play. It's pretty nice. Mark the tracks, and I'm carving the tracks out bigger so the log can slip down past the tracks and land on the beam that it should, so it's not setting on top of the tracks. That would make it a little bit more flimsy, a little bit more shaky. We want a good solid base so we can screw to it and have this short little post really secure, because it's small and it doesn't have a cantilever or a notch carrying over the face of the beam below, so that makes it a little bit more wiggly if you don't secure it well. And finally, we're securing it into the railings. Here I'm making wood plugs for the drill holes that I made. I pre-drilled bigger holes, so that's what the plugs are going into. So here's our new post. Looks like we re-striped the tracks so the logs slip down the thickness of the track onto the beam below. Button, I gotta put another hole here into that rail down there. I can start reassembling this section. Now this post here, it is completely rotten, and let's see, watch. I'm just barely pushing. Okay, so we are installing this section, knowing that, because when we get the new post in, there's maybe a slight adjustment on one of these curved notches that can happen on that log. So I've already got a beautiful log picked out for that. And we're going to be here for off and on through the first couple weeks of October. Beautiful day in September. This part can be really challenging, getting the metal posts to go into the logs. They're already pre-pounded